President Trump a short time ago telling Walmart that the company should, I'm quoting now, eat the cost.
Walmart says their first quarter profits slipped and they have to raise their prices as a result of the tariffs, threatening their low price.
Walmart plans to cut about 1,500 jobs in a restructuring aimed at trimming its expenses and speed up decision making. The Wall Street Journal reports that the company told employees it will reshape some of its teams, particularly in global technology.
Just moments ago, jaw-dropping news dropped. Trump's tariffs have sent Walmart into a tailspin, slashing jobs and spiking prices. The retail titan is pulling back from the U.S., pointing fingers at soaring costs. Shoppers are reeling and global trade is in turmoil. Stay with us as we unpack this growing crisis and what it means for you. Smash that like button to help us out. America's retail giant is buckling under President Trump's trade policies. Reports show Walmart, the country's biggest retailer, is staring down a massive $25 billion loss in Q2 2025. The reason? Trump's hard-hitting tariffs forcing Walmart to cut 1,500 jobs, raise prices, and rethink its entire supply chain. The company is restructuring its tech and logistics teams to stay afloat, but the fallout is already hitting families across the nation. Trump recently urged Walmart to swallow the tariff costs to keep prices low, but the retailer pushed back. Instead, it's passing the pain to consumers. A $1.10 pack of ground beef now costs $1.15, a loaf of bread is up 25%, and your go-to cereal costs $1.50 more. These price jumps are crushing households already battling inflation. Walmart's famous low prices every day pledge is fading fast, and the company warned of more hikes ahead, urging shoppers to stay calm and avoid panic buying. If you value our deep dives into global trade, hit that subscribe button. It keeps the channel growing. The impact is massive. Walmart and peers like Target are struggling to access affordable goods as Trump's tariffs disrupt supply chains. Ports in Los Angeles and Savannah are jammed with abandoned containers, as importers can't handle the new duties. Overseas, grocery shelves are emptying. U.S. sourced rice, vegetable oil, and canned goods are vanishing from stores in cities like Jakarta and Lagos, driving up prices and sparking desperation. The tariff chaos kicked off on April 2, 2025, when Trump signed Executive Order 14-257, called the Economic Freedom Tariffs. These slapped a 10% base tariff on nearly all U.S. imports, sparing only Canada and Mexico. Days later, a second wave hit, with a staggering 145% tariff on Chinese goods and penalties on 60 other trade partners. Chinese factories like Zinni Toy Co., a major Walmart supplier, saw orders drop by 65%. The American Toy Association warned that half its members could face bankruptcy by summer. Shipping costs from Shanghai to California have tripled, jumping from $3,500 to $6,500 per container. Global trade is coming apart. In Europe, Trump's threat of a 50% tariff on EU goods unless they meet his demands by July 9 has already cost markets $175 billion in 3 days. Germany's auto exports stalled and the Euro Stoxx 600 index fell 2%. South Korea faces a 25% tariff on its cars, threatening nearly half of Kia's U.S. shipments and risking 30,000 jobs in manufacturing hubs like Busan. At home, Walmart's closure of 10 distribution centers employing over 50,000 workers is shaking communities from California to Ohio. These hubs, like those in Fontana and Groveport, were lifelines for local economies, supporting truck stops, diners, and small businesses. Now they face layoffs by June 30. On Wall Street, panic is spreading fast. Walmart's price hikes and closures have rattled investors, with electronics, clothing, and toy companies bracing for their own tariff-driven cost surges. Without Walmart's huge shipping volume to stabilize freight rates, costs are spiraling. Shipping contracts, once set for months, are now redrafted weekly. Analysts warn that if the White House doesn't step in, the U.S. could face its worst retail collapse ever, right before the holiday season. The human toll is crushing. Walmart workers are seeing hours cut, with warehouse staff losing overtime and store associates juggling split shifts to survive. Labor unions are raising alarms, arguing that Trump's tariffs are hurting American families, not just foreign economies. A May 28 ruling by the U.S. Court of International Trade paused most tariffs, citing Trump's overreach. But the uncertainty only fuels the chaos. Businesses are left wondering, will tariffs return in weeks or escalate further? Walmart's supply chain is breaking. Factories in Vietnam and India, meant to replace Chinese suppliers, can't keep up. Textile plants in Ho Chi Minh City report 5-month backlogs, while Indian electronics firms struggle with missing parts still sourced from China. Freight rates on Asia to U.S. routes could hit $8.5 by July, and blank sailings as ships skipping ports to avoid tariffs are up 20%, delaying deliveries by weeks. Walmart admitted some stores are seeing bare shelves, a far cry from its once seamless, just-in-time system. Small businesses are hurting too. Banks, cautious of unstable trade policies, are cutting credit to importers reliant on Chinese goods. Venture capital is avoiding logistics startups, stalling innovation. Warehouse rents have surged as companies hoard inventory to dodge future tariffs. Flex, a warehouse-sharing startup, reported a 5-fold demand spike, with waitlists forming for the first time. Walmart's closure of distribution centers has left it burning millions daily on storage for stranded containers. The agriculture sector is in turmoil. U.S. beef and produce, once shipped globally via Walmart's network, now sit unsold in cold storage from Seattle to Singapore. Tons of meat are spoiling, and farmers, still recovering from past trade wars, are losing hope. Economists estimate tariffs will add $200 annually to household expenses. Walmart's CFO, Jane Thompson, warned on CNBC that a $300 stroller could soon cost $400, and patio furniture might jump by $50. Walmart's digital marketplace, meant to challenge Amazon, is stumbling. Small sellers hit by tariff costs are raising prices or pulling products entirely. The vision of a low-cost e-commerce hub is fading. Across the globe, cargo ships sit idle offshore, and suburban Walmart aisles are eerily empty. Families are paying more for essentials, and 50,000 workers face unemployment. The White House insists tariffs will revive U.S. manufacturing, but for now, the working class bears the cost. A leaked Walmart memo, Operation Overhaul, revealed plans to suspend 10 distribution hubs over 6 weeks, impacting towns like Riverside, California, and Brooksville, Florida. Local businesses, gas stations, cafes, and schools brace for economic fallout. Trucking firms are canceling equipment orders, and school districts fear tax revenue drops. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are demanding answers, with the House Trade Committee planning hearings to probe Walmart's downsizing. Competitors are pouncing. Amazon is cutting prices at Whole Foods to attract Walmart's customers, while Aldi and Dollar General expand their grocery sections. On X, the hashtag #EmptyShelves is trending with 10 million views in a day, as users share videos of bare Walmart aisles and demand answers from Trump. For families, this isn't just a trade war, it's a daily struggle to afford groceries. Walmart is fighting back with Project Rebuild, a $5 billion plan to build U.S. factories in Arkansas, Ohio, and South Carolina, funded by an April 2025 bond sale. It's also investing $1 billion in Vietnam's textile sector, despite threats of 46% anti-dumping duties. Partnering with robotics firm AutomateX, Walmart is rolling out an AI system, ChainSync, across 400 fulfillment centers to predict and reroute shipments, aiming to save $500 million annually. But these plans depend on a shaky political landscape. A new administration in 2029 could reverse tariffs, leaving Walmart's U.S. investment stranded. The financial damage is mounting. Walmart stock fell 10%, wiping out $35 billion in value in a month. The Dow Jones Transportation Index dropped 16%, and FedEx cut its yearly forecast after a 10% stock plunge. Prologis, a warehouse giant, saw shares fall 9% after Walmart's closures. The VX hit 25, signaling market fear. Globally, the EU warns that $370 billion in exports are at risk, and Canada's Mark Carney called the tariffs a debt to be repaid. Mexico predicts 350,000 U.S. job losses, threatening the USMCA trade deal. As Walmart's $25 billion loss and 10 closed hubs signal a global economic warning, consumers face rising costs, and the retail ecosystem teeters. Will Trump back down, or will this trade war spark a broader crisis? Stay tuned, hit like, and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.